Hello, I'm J. Lenora Bressler, and welcome to the July 16, 2018 edition of the Bible, Delight in the Details. Today's verse is from the book of Colossians in the New Testament, chapter 2, verses 9 to 10. In Christ, all the fullness of the deity lives in bodily form. And also, you have been given this fullness in Christ, who is head over all authority. Now, there's several interesting things here. First of all, people always are asking, what is God's will? What is God's will for how I should handle a situation? God's will for my life, etc. Sometimes we do make things too difficult. And I like to simplify things. I like simple. Keep it simple. Look to Christ. It's interesting. We don't have written in the Bible everything Christ did. In fact, John addressed that, didn't he? He said in his gospel that if everything Jesus said and did were written down, why, there wouldn't be enough books in the whole world to fill it. Well, that was a way of expressing that there's so much to tell. It would take so long. But we are told about many, many circumstances. In fact, I don't think you can come up with any circumstance type or kind that you and I can experience that isn't found in some way in the life of Christ. And so we have a bodily example. As a speaker, I am always hearing, and I tell people this too about speaking, that when you speak, you have a message, but you always need to say, and this is how it applies to you. This is what you can do with what you have just heard. And this is the verse for just that. It's saying that we have seen how God is and how God acts, and therefore, since he wants us to be like him, how he wants us to act, and he has given us a tangible example in the form of Jesus Christ, the walking around Jesus Christ on this earth, whose actions and conversations have been documented so well in the Bible. But it's also telling us that while, yes, all of the fullness of God, which implies his power, his strength, his calmness, his peace, and his everlasting nature, did exist in the bodily Jesus Christ when he was walking around 2,000 years ago, it still exists, and not only in Christ, but also through Christ in us. My goodness, think about the enormous peace, the comfort, the competence, the longevity of God himself. And all of that is available to us. And then we are reminded at the very end of that verse that it is Christ who has the ultimate authority over other authorities that we may come into contact with. As Christ said to Pilate, "You can't do anything to me. You have no power over me that my Father has not allowed you to have." So we are always within the purview of God's authority, and may we always be within the purview of God's will. I'm J. Lenora Bressler. Visit me on the next edition of the Bible, Delight in the Details. Go out and have a great day.